My name is Gasia, Mikaelian, and I'm coming to you through KTVU Fox 2 News in San Francisco. We are talking about making sure you, oh my gosh, let me try that again.
I think I need a glam squad. I'm looking at the picture here.
Oh, no, you look great.
I need some work.
No, it's funny. Everyone says that. Like it's this realization of looking at ourselves.
It's like hearing your own voice.
Yes. All right. So I'll restart my restart. My name is Gasia Mikaelian, and I'm coming to you from KTVU Fox 2 News, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. Today, we're talking about the importance of maintaining personal relationships through this COVID pandemic. I'm happy to welcome Dr. Margaret Cochran to the discussion. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
In the beginning, personal relationships meant getting to know the people you live with awful well. Now that we want to branch out, and there are some opportunities for getting outside a little bit safely, why is it so important that we talk with people other than those we're lucky enough to live with?
Well, so we don't jump off of something. I mean, we have to have variety. It's really important. And that's why, you might go to the pharmacy and you're looking for toothpaste or whatever, and all of a sudden someone just starts talking to you. Oh, hello, I like your shoes. Or, oh, you use that toothpaste too? Now, under normal circumstances, they probably wouldn't do that, but we're hungry for each other. And it's important to just take a second and say, I do use this toothpaste and I like your shoes too, and just a few exchanges, a little bit of information back and forth, and you'll find give yourself a little bit of, oh, I feel better. I feel connected. I feel human again.
I have turned into that person who talks to everyone she meets at the grocery store. And I guess I didn't realize that I was perhaps filling an unmet need just for conversation. Yes. I mean, just, for someone other than my husband and sons to talk to.
Yes, no, that's absolutely true. And it's not only good for you, it's good for the other person. Yeah. And some people are more isolated than others. I mean, there are some folks, for example, who are older, who are without family. And that trip to the grocery store is a huge outing for them. Yeah. And having someone say something, talk to them, comment on something that they're doing, or for example, I was in the grocery store the other day and there was this mom in there, God love her, and she had two little ones and they were just going berserk, just screaming and flushing like toilets, you know how little ones can do.
Oh, yeah.
And so she's doing her very best to become, okay, now let's use your words. Let's, trying to get them to calm down. And I turned to her and I said, you are a great mom and you're doing a wonderful job and you're raising two fantastic human beings. Aww. And I'm so glad you're on the planet at this time. And she looked up at me and her eyes kind of got big and then she just burst into tears. I said, I know, hang in there. I strongly recommend, if you're not allergic, a little bit of dark chocolate every day.
that helps too.
It does. It's really good for the brain.
Okay. I'll take it.
And your blood pressure. So go for it.
Okay. I mean, I have to say, especially when, the way you painted that scenario of a mother with two young children in the grocery store, I bet that that woman has probably been met with so many glaring eyes.
Oh, yes.
Why are your children dead? Why can't you control them? Why didn't you just leave them at home? And so I think what you did is you looked at her with compassion, right? You could see that she was in a tough moment. The last thing that poor woman needs is wow, your kids are well behaved, kind of a snide remark.
Yes. And we've all been there. Any of us who have or work with children have all been in that situation, where they can't self-regulate and they're overwhelmed and they're hot and they're tired and they have masks on. They may need to eat. I mean, we don't know. We have no idea where people come from. And that's why it's important to be compassionate when we do whatever we do, because we have no idea what we're really facing.
Yeah. Since last you and I talked, I'm now back in the newsroom, which is what you see behind me. And I will tell you, I have never felt more socially fulfilled by talking with coworkers. And there aren't many of us here. For the most part, most people are still working from home. But I'd say maybe a handful of us are here in the office. And I look forward to talking face to face from 6 feet apart with my producer every morning, or, even just seeing the IT gal. It's just, it is like the homecoming parade every day. So it has an outsized effect on me. Whereas before I'd be like, oh, I have to go, see those same people every day. Now I'm like, I get to see people.
And that, you get many therapy points for that. Very, very good. That is what I talk about when I talk about gratitude. See how gratitude changed your attitude? It's, I have to go into the newsroom. It's, I get to go to the newsroom and talk to real life human beings. so excited. Okay, so it changes everything, and it also makes your body produce a lot of really good chemicals. So you don't need that glass of wine. Compare, if you add a little bit of chocolate in the mix,
Yeah.
you're good to go.
Oh, that's good. Well, I'm so lucky to work with such great people. And, we've done so many stories on people getting hired at new jobs during the pandemic and having never
Yes.
met their coworkers face to
Yes.
face. And I think, I've been here for 16 years, I think, and it was hard for me not to be enmeshed with my newsroom. And so I thought, oh, I'm so lucky that at least I know these guys and gals from before. And so even though I haven't seen some of my, producer or writer friends for a year plus, I'm like, oh, so how are your two little daughters? Or, oh, did your son ever get into that college? And we sort of pick up right where we left off, which is really nice.
Yeah. Well, I have patients I've never met in person.
I bet. Yeah.
And I dislike that intensely. I love that human interaction in the same space. It's a very powerful form of intimacy, but to keep them safe, because I see little tiny ones, I see people in the middle, I see geriatric folks. I have to keep them separated for now until everybody that I can possibly think of can get vaccinated, because I want to keep everyone as safe as possible.
Well, very good. It's a joy to connect with you. We could talk for an hour, but we'll have to leave it here. Before we do, is there a great place people can find more information about you or from you online?
Absolutely. drcochran.com.
drcochran.com it is. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you for having me.